These are popular books. There's a billion in the series. The covers are all pretty, and they've got cool maps. So why do I keep giving them 3 stars? I feel like I should like them more than I do, but I don't. But that's okay. They're enjoyable. Before I get to that, what is this? This is the 3rd book in the Redwall series by Brian Jacques, or Brian Jacques. The first one was published in 1986, and he went on to write 21 more before he died in 2011. Redwall is a pretty long series, but they're all standalone books. I mean, they do kind of connect to each other. Some of the characters from one book may go over into a subsequent book, and he wrote things out of order. He has characters reappearing, but they are all self-contained stories. Now, as to this book, which is Mattimeo, I'm going to start with the map. The map is an area to the south of Redwall. It's a bit basic, but it serves its purpose in the book. It's a bit odd at first because it's unclear where it is in the world, and the characters don't even get to this section of the world till page 200. It's perhaps a bit too simplistic, but this is a case where the map is an in-world item, i.e. this is a map that the characters find at one point, and they talk about the fact that the compass rose uses the terms thorn and shout. So the fact that it's in-world gives it a bit of a pass in terms of how sophisticated it is. But otherwise it's a nice design, bit of flavour to it, so I give it maybe a 3.5 out of 5. Now the plot is basically a bunch of young mice and other creatures get kidnapped and have to fend for themselves. There's a bunch of fun characters, sometimes a bit too many, sometimes it's a bit hard to keep track of who is who. The main character, Mattimeo, is a bit of a rascal, but he has good intentions. And his father is Matthias, the warrior of Redwall, who is the main character in the first book in the series. And he's now all grown up. And at the start of the book, he comes across as quite wise and encouraging in his fathering approach to Mattimeo. And it looks like that may go somewhere. But there's actually not a heck of a lot of character development in the book, and that's one of the criticisms I have. There is a little bit of change in Mattimeo's character, but that's about it. The thing is, the book is just a bit too long. It's 440 pages, and that's a criticism I had about the first 2 books as well, that they felt a bit long. And I think it feels that way because the storylines are a bit predictable. Just a side note, there's actually quite a lot of death in this. The main bad guy just kind of kills other creatures without a second thought. Anyway, I think this is what brings it down for me. For a book that's 440 pages long, that there's not enough plot in it and not enough character development. Perhaps if it was half the size, I'd like it more. I think this is one of those cases where I'd probably score it higher if I had read it when I was younger. So unfortunately, I think I'm missing out on the nostalgic aspect to this series. And this is all sounding really negative, but I am actually going to continue reading this series. A 3-star for me means it's an okay book. They're light and they're fun, they're very easy to read, and there's enough in there that I do want to continue reading this series. So have you read these? Did you read them when you were younger and you have this fond memory of them? Do you have that nostalgia for them? Have you read them recently and you still enjoy them? Or are you someone that has read them recently when you're a grown-up and you never had that experience of reading them when you were younger? I'm curious about what your experience has been. So leave a comment down below, leave a like, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.